Matt, how you feeling? Just backed up a little bit. You all right?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm doing fine. Yeah, took a shot to the calf. Might have been a little dehydrated. Just took a cramp. Came went inside, got IV. Tried to come back as fast as I could.
How limited were you after you came back?
I was good. I mean, I had a little soreness, but it was nothing that stopped me. I was all right.
Started off with a touchdown pass, 1 for 1. What was that feeling like to kind of go out there and start that well?
I mean, it's good. It was a positive thing. You know, we planned and practiced on doing that for a while. So, you know, I had total faith in Cortland. I felt like he could get down there and make a play. So I don't want to say I was too surprised. I know I have a lot of faith and confidence in Cortland and our offensive line to protect it. But it was definitely a good way to start the game. You know, they came down and they had a good drive, so we wanted to respond.
Overall, what did you think of your offensive line tonight?
I think they did a heck of a job. And I think they quieted a lot of commentators about them. You know, they took a lot of flack from last year for what they thought was a bad performance, but a lot of people didn't know. I mean, but they've done a great job. Coach Fry's done a great job, and I think that I speak for the whole offense when I say that we have a lot of confidence in those guys. And a lot of times, I mean, we went 5-man protection with no back. I mean, to do that against Baylor, who has a much heralded defensive line, I mean, that's a lot of confidence in those guys. So I'm proud of them.
Man, how would you assess the overall performance of the team? You hung right in there through the first half there, and then the second half they outscored you 28-0.
I think we did some positive things. Like you said, you know, we were with them for I would say majority of the game. I mean, you know, said first half, but I think that we were with them until midway through the third quarter. It was 21-28. I mean, I made a crucial mistake. You know, I took some points away from us in the second quarter right before halftime. Made a dumb mistake. Also overthrew Cortland on a touchdown, which can't happen. You know, you score those points right there. It's 28-28 going into halftime. We get ball. We have momentum. We had them on their heels. So I would say. You know, defense was in position a lot of times. You know, everybody makes mistakes, and I think offensively, I can only speak for the offense. I know the defense gave it everything they had the whole game, but as me being an offensive captain, I'll just say that we made a lot of mistakes, but I think we had a lot of positives. A lot of guys did a lot of great things, and I myself, I just made some mistakes I can't make, so it's just stuff that can't happen.
What did Coach tell you at the end of the first half?
Just said, just keep on playing hard. You know, we made some adjustments. You know, Baylor was doing a great job with their front, doing different things with their linebackers. They did pretty much what we thought what they would do with their secondary, but their front seven, they're getting some pressure. But I think we were holding them off. You know, a couple times I had to step or slide, but you know, he just said let's just keep going. Let's finish this game out. Unfortunately, we didn't have the same performance in the second half that we did in the first. But yeah.
Now, we've seen flashes of your ability last season, but what is the biggest difference going into this season?
I would say that I think that as a team, we're a lot more, as an offensive unit, we're a lot more comfortable in the offense. I think that we have I can say from me personally, you know, I had a few weeks to learn the system last year. I'm a lot more comfortable in this system. I've had more time in it. But I think as an offensive unit, we're really gelling. We really had an opportunity to just play as a team and as a unit, and it's something that's great for us. And I think that we have an opportunity to have a lot of success.
Coach Morris said a couple weeks ago at the kickoff luncheon that when the quarterback leads the team in rushing, that's not necessarily a good thing. You have 115 yards. You had 24 carries. Was part of the game plan to have you run that much, or did you run more than you wanted to?
I don't want to say more than I wanted to. I mean, as a quarterback, you never want to have to run the ball a lot, but I just, you know, I think as a team that if I need to run 100 times a game, I'll do it. If Coach asks me to do it, if he asks me to run 0 times a game, I'll do it. I just want to do whatever I want to do to win. I mean, I'm not about carries or yards or whatever it is. I'm about scoring points and winning games. So, you know, if it's best to put Daryl on the field for whatever we're going to do, then let's do it. You know, if it's best to put anybody on the field, let's do it. Let's win football games. And I think that's what it was about. You know, I wouldn't say a lot of those were design runs. Some were, some weren't. You know, but I think the game we executed the game plan to a certain extent, just not as much as we should have to win the game.
Coach talked about your leadership and your ability to lead the guys. What do you tell them playing North Texas next week?
Playing North Texas next week. you know, it's another game. I mean, I don't think we're going to prepare for them any different from Baylor. I mean, you know, we didn't, you know, Baylor's a great team, and I don't take anything away from them. But when we prepare for them, we didn't see number 4. We didn't see anything else because we know that paper doesn't play football. 11 people do. And so we just prepared all week to play Baylor. You know, there's no ranking, there's nothing else. We just go out there and we play. And I will do the same thing in North Texas. They're going to be on the same level. We're going to prepare for them just as hard. We have a sour taste in our mouth, so we'll prepare probably. If there's any unused effort that we had last week, it'll be there on Monday for sure. I can promise you that.
Now, going back to the running game, talk about the freshman duo and how do you think they did in their first collegiate game?
I think they did a great job. Xavier and Braden, those guys are hard workers. And, you know, they look a little bit smaller, and everybody sees them for their speed and for what they have. But I think a lot of people underestimate the strength that those guys have. You know, the ability to run through arm tackles. They did a great job. You know, they came here in July, so, you know, they didn't have as much time as some people that came in summer 1, and they learned the offense. They got it down. They were in my hip pocket all summer trying to learn, and they did. And, I mean, I have just as much confidence in those guys in pass protection as I do with Prescott. I mean, and Prescott's one of the best blockers on the team, and those guys will step up and take on a linebacker. So that duo, I think, is going to be something that's going to be really special here for the next 4 years. And I mean, can't forget about Prescott. I mean, P-Line is a playmaker, and he'll do anything to win. So, you know, whether it's blocking, running the football, switching, you know, we put Prescott on different positions this game. So he's a team player.
Speaking of running, Matt, you seem to be a fearless runner. Is the word slide in your vocabulary at all? Or?
You know, Coach would probably tell me say yes. But you know, he actually was funny last week. He actually brought out a tarp, sprayed it down with water, and was like, "You need to learn how to slide." I said, "Coach, when I play baseball, I slid face first, in the first base. I don't really know how to slide the right way." But you know, I used to do one little thing where I just kind of fall. They'd always think I got hurt. So I learned how to slide, but it's just really not second nature to me yet. And I just want to get as much yards as possible for my teammates. And so it's really hard for me because I kind of feel like I'm conceding to a defensive player if I slide. But I should probably be a little bit smarter. So I'm pretty sure he'll give me some. He'll probably get on me about that next week. I'll probably
Maybe some slide drills coming up for you?
Yeah, at the least.